Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy Drew back again with another video for all you soccer fans out there, or football fans as well, sorry. Yeah, this is not just for all my MLS American soccer fans, this is for you Swansea heads out there, because today we gotta talk about Jordan Morris eventually, or probably by now, joining Swansea City on a 6-month loan deal from Seattle Sounders to play, obviously, for Swansea in the championship. How crazy is that? We're actually going to see Jordan Morris play outside of MLS. This is something that a lot of us American soccer fans have wanted for years now, and we kind of thought, I think most of us were really thinking, you know what, this might be something that might never happen, right? I feel like he was never going to leave MLS, you know, his dog, that whole joke and stuff. I mean, it wasn't a joke, it was real, but you know what I mean. But it's finally happening. He's going to eventually, within probably a couple hours or tomorrow or something, join Swansea City. Now, like I said, he's not a Swansea City player yet. This is still ongoing, but it's about to be finished up. It's about to be completed, so we're all happy here. So we got to talk about it. So in this video, I want to talk about the pros and cons of Jordan Morris joining Swansea City. You know, what does it mean for Morris's career, for Seattle, and for the national team? What does this mean for Seattle in general? And also, what does it mean for MLS players as a whole? We'll get to that in a second, but first, if you guys love soccer or love football, sorry for all you Swansea fans out there, consider subscribing down below, and while you're down there, leave a comment on today's video topic, and also leave a like. That helps your boy Drew's channel out, that helps me out, and that helps the sport out. Just think about it. Look, I've seen a lot of mixed emotions on Jordan Morris moving to Swansea City. I've seen people wonder why he chose Swansea City over the two Bundesliga teams, but I think it's a better option for him, and I'll get to that in a second. Also, I see people wondering why he's even moving in the first place. You know, a lot of people think he's kind of missed his mark to move to Europe, but I gotta disagree. I think right now he's in the prime of his career. I think he really wanted to test himself more, and I think a big part of it is that next year's the World Cup, guys. 2022 is almost here. We got one more year until the World Cup, and he wants to be testing himself at the highest level, so that way when that squad roster comes along, that World Cup roster comes along, he is one of the first names on that team sheet. I mean, if you're asking me, he would make the World Cup squad, in my opinion. He won't be a starter probably, but he'll be on the bench most likely. But he wants to be a starter. He wants to be playing those World Cup games, you know? And he's not dumb. You know, a lot of these, Paul Arriola as well. Arriola is also linked to Swansea City, but he'll get his own video in the future probably, but we'll see about that. But this video is about Jordan Morris, because he's one of my favorite USA soccer players, but whatever. You know, these MLS players see all the young talent and the exciting players we have outside of MLS, especially in Europe. They want to try to achieve that as well. At least some of them do. And by Jordan Morris moving to Swansea, that goes to show me, yes, he's trying to put effort in to his game, to improve his game, to really like up the ante for himself. That way, when that roster comes along next year for the World Cup, like I said, he's one of the first teams on that roster. One of the first names on that roster. You know, like, it makes sense. He wants to keep himself competitive. Right now, he'll be doing a 6-month loan deal with Swansea City, so he'll be missing a chunk of the Seattle's, you know, beginning of the season in MLS. But we'll get to, like I said, get to that in a second. He really does not want to be going without a game for that long. I think the MLS season starts in March. He'll have 3 months not playing any single competitive soccer game. Like, that's crazy. I think going to this league for Swansea City, one of the best things that could happen for him, one of the pros, is that he's going to be tested every single weekend. Swansea City right now are in the, I think, second place of the championship, which, like I said, is the second division of English soccer. And that league, guys, is a very, very tough competitive league. I've seen a lot of teams fall down from the EPL, and sometimes takes years for them to really work their way back up to the first division. But some of them really just keep going down. They just can't get out of that bad form. They just keep dropping down. Like Wigan Athletic, like Hull City, teams of that nature. And I think really playing for a team who's at the top of that table, like fighting for promotion, this close to promotion, or at least not this close, but like, you know, they're up there. They most likely will get promoted if they continue to play the way they're playing now. Having one of our guys be a part of that promotion, like glory, will be so good for us. Will be so good for Jordan Morris's career. This is going to be a good move for his career, for the national team, and for himself personally. I think being tested every weekend, every game matters. Can you imagine going from a league like MLS where not every single game matters all year, to a league where every single game matters, especially at the top, where you have to get every point. Every point matters. If you lose, you're not going to get promoted, or you're going to be in the playoffs and might not get promoted again. Like, this is going to be an intense experience for Jordan Morris, and I am glad that he's actually doing this at the time he's doing it. You know, I know a lot of people wanted him to join a European team back in the day when he was younger, but he's not that old either. He's only 26. He's younger than your boy Drew, okay? So if you're calling him old, you're calling me old. I don't like being called old, understand? No, for real though. Like, by the time the World Cup comes around, he'll be like almost 30. I will be 30. It's terrible. But he's still young. You know, he probably has 2 World Cups to his name. So if he goes to Swansea City and he performs well, he becomes a crucial player. He attracts the eye of another team in the Premier League, or maybe another big team elsewhere in Europe. And maybe he'll want to join them. Maybe he'll want to make a permanent deal to Swansea City and just stay in the EPL if he helps them get to the EPL. Like, I would love if he made this loan deal permanent. I would love if Swansea wanted to make it permanent. I think if Jordan Morris is a big key player for them for the rest of the season, I think he will hopefully make it permanent. You know, what does that mean for Seattle? Well, let's just get that out of the way. So, for all you Seattle fans out there, losing Jordan Morris, one of your best players for the past couple of seasons, is going to be a very, very big hit. And also a bigger hit is that he's going to be gone for a big chunk of the beginning of the season. He's doing a 6-month loan deal until like May or June, I think it is. And he will be missing a big chunk of the MLS season for Seattle. And I think that's going to be a really big hit for Seattle. I think they're going to not be able to recover. I mean, they do have good players there as well, like Nicolas Lodero, Rui Diaz. They have players there, you know. But I think Jordan Morris is the face of Seattle as well. You know, he is a very important player, and I worry for Seattle. I worry to see how they're going to perform and manage without Jordan Morris, but, you know, we'll see how that is. But in terms of the national team, this is a great move for Jordan Morris. I think he is really going to be up in his game, testing himself more, improving his game, and that will probably get him in the conversation for more people to really be in a starting 11 or really be a big crucial part of the national team roster for the rest of the year and also for the World Cup year. You know, good job, Jordan Morris. To me, the only bad thing that it comes out of joining Swansea City is that it's a loan deal. That's it. I don't see any negatives. You know, he's proven himself from MLS. If you Swansea fans don't know him, he's got like 34 goals in 100 appearances in MLS. He's a goal scorer. He's a winger. He's fast. He's strong. He's like a freaking bull down the left flank. He can cut inside, score a goal, create some crosses, whatever. He's a decent, solid player. But I want to see how a prime MLS player in his prime plays elsewhere in another league that I think is way more competitive and way more brutal than MLS. I'm excited to see that. And now, you Swansea fans should be excited and delighted to really have Jordan Morris in your ranks. I don't know how he's going to fit into the team. I don't really watch them, like I said, too often, but I will now. I'm going to be a Swan head forever. I don't know if that's what you guys call yourself, Swans heads, whatever, but I'm a Swan head. Morris is one of my favorite players of all time for the USA, and seeing him play and seeing him test himself a lot gets me excited. I really want to watch more games for Swansea City. I'm curious to see how he fits into the roster, to the lineup. You know, is it going to be used as a winger? But the formation I've seen, I think Swansea City uses a 5-3-2. So I don't know how that works. Like I said, I don't watch them play, so I can't really comment too much on that. He might be used mostly as a striker, and that's fine too. I think Jordan Morris being a striker will be a very, very good thing for the national team. I think we are in need of good strikers. We have some youth products. Of course, Josh Sargent, Matthew Hoppe now. Some other guy. What's his name? Aquinola's not really in the conversation for me anymore because I feel like he's going to choose Canada. But you know what I mean. Jordan Morris could be fit into that conversation to be playing as a striker rather than a winger. And I think that would be obviously really good for us in the long run. So now that Jordan Morris is pretty much going to Swansea, what does that mean for other MLS players who are in their prime or going to reach their prime in MLS? Well, I think it opens the door for other championship teams or other leagues and teams around the world, especially Europe, to look at MLS like, hey, if Jordan Morris works out at Swansea and does really good, that's definitely going to be turning the eye of other teams to look at MLS in a different way. Like, hey, we don't have to take every single youth product like teenager. We can take some 25, 26-year-olds as well and see how they perform for our team. I think that's a win-win there for MLS. But, yeah, that's all I got to say. And now it's your turn, guys. I want to know your thoughts down below. How you guys feel about Jordan Morris joining Swansea? And for you Swansea fans out there, if you're out there watching this video, number one, I want you to comment. Let me know you're a Swansea City fan so I know I've reached that far all the way to Wales, guys. And also, let me know how you guys think Jordan Morris will fit into your team. Like I said, I don't watch the team too much, but I'm curious to see how you guys feel about him being in your team and where you guys think he's going to be in your lineups. So yeah, let me know down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm excited. Jordan Morris, moving up there, baby. I'm proud of you, boy. If you're watching this, check your DMs, bro, please. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.